Good day, everybody. Great day. I hope that this video finds you in greatness and rising greatness. So, today I just kind of want to talk about why spells. Like why? Why do people do spells? So some people can manifest stuff just like that. So why do they need a spell? Well, you don't need a spell. You really don't. A spell is just a way of kind of working your magic. Like if you want to work it, And some people don't can't. Some people have not tapped into their power of manifesting things by thinking about it. So they like to craft it. Some people are very crafty. They like to put together these big elaborate ceremonies. Excuse me. And even if it's just them, they put together these ceremonies and they put their energy into it and they make it beautiful, and then it's like a jump start to the thing that they asked for. Like maybe you needed to cleanse your energy, so then it's like a jump start to your energy being clean. Now you feel clean again, and you will know it when it start happening, because you're gonna really feel like, wow, I feel great. Maybe you need a jump start to your money. Maybe your money has been funny lately, so maybe after you cleanse, you do a jump start to your money. Now your money done jump started, and it's steady going. You be like, oh, that's what happened. Like I could remember I did something for this female, and then she called me and she was like, Queen, I just had $2,500 coming to my account and I don't know where it came from. She said, and then somebody sent me $500 on the. She said, first somebody sent me $500 on the Cash App. She said, but I went ahead and sent it back. She said, then I got $2,500 in my account. I'm like, yeah, girl, because you forgot the work that you did. You know what I'm saying? That yeah, you did the work, and there go your blessings. Like, don't even question it. Just be thankful. So when you put in the work, it comes back for you. Certain things like that. I hear a lot of stories. I got stories of my own. But that's for another video at another time. But anyway. So why spells? A spell to me is kind of like a bath, because when you take a bath, you jumpstart your energy. you know if you're feeling depressed, down, sometimes you go take a bath and it kind of makes you feel better. A bath is a spell in itself, especially if you release things in the water and you talk it out and you speak to the water. That's energy work. You're doing energy work. That's all a spell is energy work, because you could just have a candle burning and you don't say nothing to it and it ain't gonna do nothing. But once you implant your energy into it, that's when you get it to work. And some people like to use energies of other deities and other spirits and things like that, and that's good for them. You know what I'm saying? People, I'm not even ever knocking that, but in my opinion, I feel like we all are made up of all of this energy, and if we dig down deep enough, we can find it within ourselves. We have a direct connection to the Most High. Like if you've seen on one of my other videos, I was talking about being a meat sock to God. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna get into that right now. But like I was saying, so a spell is kind of like a bath, when sometimes you done been out all day and you feel icky and you feel dirty, and you go get you a bath and you feel fresh. Sometimes, even a bath help you feel, help to ease the nervousness. Sometimes if you're nervous, like I'm gonna go take a bath and just calm myself down, so to me a spell is like a bath, and some people need to jumpstart their love if they in. And I'm not opposed to things like love spells if you're in a relationship and you and your mate talk it out, you know what I'm saying? Or he knows what you do, so you know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to trap somebody, then nah, we're not talking about like that. That type of situations, you need a self-love spell, you know what I'm saying? Because when you start to love yourself more, you start attracting that love. And you have to really think about it in the way of, oh, I am love. Love is me. When you come around me, you feel love. You know what I'm saying? I am love. I am beautiful. When I step in this place, everybody gonna see how beautiful I am. It's like, think about yourself like that. That's the energy you putting out. You put out your energy, like purposely, intentionally, instead of just walking into places blindly. You got a job interview. Okay, so you got a job interview, you're trying to get this job, you know what I'm saying? You could do like road openers to help to open your roads to jobs and things like that in the energy work. Or you know what I'm saying, if you're strong enough in your mind, you could just really get in your mindset. It's like, this is mine, talk yourself into it. This is mine. I got this. This is for me. I can feel it, So, and even that in itself is a spell. It's an incantation. You kind of just put your energy into it, and you really believe it. You have to really believe it at the same time. You can't can say it and go in there and be like, I wonder if that's gonna work. Hell no, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, it's not gonna work. You gotta really be able to manifest like that on another level. But if you can't manifest like that, and not saying that you never will be able to, you just could be a beginner. But that's when spells come in. That's when you want to sit and you want to focus on the flame as you burning the candle and put your energy into it and seeing what you want and seeing it happen. And then when it begins to unfold in your life, you can get reminded to that moment like, wow, I actually visualized this. Like, you have the power. You do. You have the power in your mind. You have the power in your hands. You have the power in your essence. You have the power in the way you walk, the way you talk, everywhere you go. You know? And there's so many things besides money and besides sex and besides even trying to hurt somebody with magic, you know what I'm saying, that could be done. You know, certain illnesses, we can tap into our spiritual, because a lot of illnesses are spiritual. Or some parts of the illness are spiritual, because we are spiritual beings. And we have parts of us that are spiritual, strictly spiritual. Yes, we physical at the same time, but we have parts of us that are spiritual, because if we did not, this body would not be animated. So sometimes a sickness is a spiritual sickness, and you have to dig into it spiritually, because you could keep taking it. The doctors don't know what's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? There was a family member of mine was going through a situation where they didn't know what was wrong with them. They had just been to the emergency room the night before, and they just couldn't stay woke, kept falling asleep, and was didn't have no energy and weak. And I'm thinking, that's a spiritual sickness, like you drained. You know, so let's get into this spiritual language and tap into the energy to kind of cleanse yourself and build you back up. You know, you got to tap into the energy that the Most High gave you. And then when people who have the power to lay hands on people or the draw things out of people, you have to remember to go and give that to Mother Earth. Go outside and take your shoes off and let it drain outside of your body, because you don't want to keep it in there, because then it can start attacking you. That's why, in my opinion, a lot of pastors kind of die young. Let me drink some water because my throat kind of dry. Yeah. So, back to what I was saying. But how would you know that you... Because a lot of people cannot naturally tap into these powers on their own. So they need a little bit of help. So you could do a ritual or a spell, whatever you want to call it, to kind of tap more into your spiritual powers and your spiritual self. You know what I'm saying? And sit there and burn your candle and meditate. Or just, like I say, set it and forget it. You enchant your herbs with your energy and the things that you want them to do. Because like I said, the Most High put herbs and plants and animals and rocks and smells here to affect our moods and to affect the moods of the atmosphere. But we have to learn how to harness, and matter of fact, not even learn, remember how to harness, because we are children of this planet. We are children of the world, and it's born within us. It's born in our memory. It's born in our Akashic records. But we slowly but surely beginning to remember. That's why so many people are starting to get into herbs and don't want to take this medicine from these people. And when you go places, you're attracted to things like rocks, and you want to take them home with you and stuff like that, because you're attracted to the energy of it. It could have healing energy that you need for your body. It could have healing energy that you need for your family. So it's more than just looking at a spell in a situation of, oh, that's something bad or that's wicked. That's not true. Yes, there are wicked people that do wicked stuff with spells, and that's terrible. That is terrible. But see, these people may not be the type of souls that mind paying with their souls. But a lot of us are not here for that. We are here to help souls and to help humanity. This is what I truly believe, because I was a shy little girl growing up. Like, talking to people? Ask my mama, ask my brothers. Don't talk to me, because, little girl, don't talk. If you come talking to me, I'm hiding my face in my mama's shoulder. Like, don't talk to me because I don't want to talk to you, So now here it is, I'm talking. And the funny thing about it is, I did a negative energy removal spell on myself a few years ago. And at the end of the spell, the wax looked like a big open mouth. And I still have the pictures I can show you, but it looked like a big open mouth, and the energy was saying it's time to open your mouth. It's time to speak what you know. You know, it's time to put it out there. But I still wasn't convinced. And then I went to a sister circle at the Sankofa House here in Savannah, with Cheyenne, and we pulled balance cards. And the card that I got was communication. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, communication, what they want me to talk about? It just kind of happened. You know, I just had to be open to it because I'm like, okay, I've always been kind of a shy person, not really wanting to speak and all that, unless you know me personally. And then you have to know me for a minute personally, because I ain't going to just up front jump. Because people even tell you, the people who come sit in my chair, like, okay, at first Fatima would be a little bit, you know, but then she do open up after a while. Because I got to feel people out. So now I'm like, you know, I don't even I could feel you instantly. So there's no need to block myself or hide myself anymore. It was time for me to speak what I know, and that's what I'm speaking. And a lot of times we'll be confused on what we need to do with our life until we start really working things for ourselves. That's an energy for yourself. Harness your own energy. Do you believe in magic? Because I believe in magic. I've seen it work. I pray to my ancestors and I ask them to give me answers, and they have woke me up out my sleep and spoken to me. Yes. And I have. And what they told me helped the situations. You know, so and ever since moments like that, I told myself, I cannot be afraid of this. This is the only thing that has ever made some type of a difference. Better than just sitting around and begging and crying and pleading for it and not even really believing it. You know, you have to really believe that you can make these things happen and make these things manifest in your life to help your family. Some of y'all are here to help and save the family. I feel like that's my job too. You know what I'm saying? In my family, for the people who are susceptible for the help, you know. I ask, because I've asked plenty of times. I'm sick of seeing people sick. I'm sick of seeing people struggling. I ask God plenty of times, God, tell me what to do. Show me what I can do on my level. Show me. When I was lost and not knowing who I'm even talking to, what God is. You know, then you have to start getting a little bit deeper so you can understand the connection and what it is for yourself. I could sit here and tell you all day long, but you have to understand and make the connection for yourself. You know how they say you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, the water that I'm leading to is the water that I'm used to. Is that the type of water that you like? Or that you need? Only you know that. So, that's why I like to do rituals and things like that. I don't do them super. Some people do rituals and you know, they almost every day, like constantly. But and nothing is wrong with that. I don't have anything wrong with that, but that's not how I do it. I set it and I forget it. Poof, put it in the atmosphere, let it appear. Right. And it's not always about receiving material gain. The material is no. Sometimes we have to work on ourselves mentally. Like I said, our spiritual health. Like I said, our love, our energy centers, balancing our chakras. You know, go and see a Reiki specialist. That's a spell in itself because it's tapping into your energies. People be like, don't do that because you begin to open dimensions and this. Right. Unlock yourself and see who you are on the inside. That way you can understand who you are on the outside and not be confused. Like I said the other day, I talked about astrology. I talked about astrology because things like this, like tonight, it's a full moon. And it's the full moon in Sagittarius, so that's a good energy for somebody like myself who is a Jupiter second house. And I'm not really super versed on astrology, but I am learning. So I'm taking advantage of this energy. That's even why I'm speaking right now, because it talks about speaking. It talks about heritage and lineage and abundance. So, get more into that. Because like I said, anybody could tell you anything from their perspective. You know? You talk to people to see if what they believe lines up with what you believe. Because you got to understand what you believe first. Or even go and see who you are first. Go inside yourself first. Meditate. When people say meditate, that's some real stuff. Do it for real. And don't just act like talking about it. Because when the messages start coming through, you're gonna be surprised. Shoot, if you don't listen, sometimes just sit there and be quiet and hum and rock. Hum and rock, hum and rock. Then you're gonna start noticing that you hear the humming, but who doing it? you ain't gonna feel it no more. That's when the message is gonna start rolling in. And when you come out of it, write it down. Remember them. Those are real deal messages for your life. Like I said, the things that come from within. And if you can't get within, then do your ritual. A ritual to help you go within yourself. To help you have dreams of what you need to do for yourself. Do a ritual. Listen. Do a ritual. And if you're scared to depend on yourself, some people are here and they still like into the Christian religion. Well, let me tell you something about the energy of Jesus. Even if Jesus was not a real person, the fact that so many people is putting in so much energy to this entity, they will create it, and it'll work that way because they all putting their energy into it, and they created an energy out of a sophisticated system of everybody thinking on the same level that this thing is the same thing. And that is something that they call a tulpa. Tulpa. Look it up if you think I'm lying. So even if a lot of people are like, oh, Jesus ain't real, well, hell, it's still a real divination called topomancy, because everybody is putting their energy into Jesus, the person that died on the cross for your sins, and this and that. So if that's what the word, the name that you want to call to help assist you with your ritual, call it. Call it. Until you get deeper in it and you know specific names for specific things, call what you're used to calling. And use the nature around you. And the nature within you. And the elements that are you. Okay? So don't be afraid of stuff like that. You control your own little universe. So when you purposely tweak your spiritual knobs and purposely drive your car, steer your life to where you want it to go, then you will understand that I have control over this all along. Or I had control over this all along. It's nobody's fault. It's me, what I do. And this is something that you're not going to want to be going around telling everybody. Keep it to yourself. Make it your little secret. If you're working with somebody, okay, work with somebody, but don't go out telling. And if you know somebody that needs some help, like I could tell you somebody that needs some help, and be like, well, what they did for you? Like, we not getting into that help. Go get you some help. Because you don't want to have people in your business like that. Because then they're going to put in their energy into it. And then, are they trying to make you feel a certain type of way about it? They trying to make you feel a certain type of way about it, like you're not connected to the Most High God. Or to the Most High, Yahweh, Vaheh, whatever you want to call it, Jehovah, whoever. You got the power. You do. It's like God said, poof, and dropped you here. Where you think you came from? So you got the power. We here for missions. We here for reasons. We here to use our powers. We here to overthrow powers. Yes, we are. So I need all these goddesses and all these gods to come to remembrance of who you are. I'm not even gonna say that I'm fully there yet, but I'm getting there. Oh yes, I am. I'm getting there. I'm not afraid of any of the energy that comes my way. I feel it, and first of all, I scan myself to see if it's coming from me. And if not, then I know what to do. Because I'm not scared. Because I study, and I still study. I don't even know it all. You're never gonna know it all, but it's good to study, And if you have to do a ritual, then do a ritual. People be so scared of ritual. People so scared of the truth nowadays. People, and this thing is the truth. We participate in rituals whether we know it or not. All these hashtag challenges that be coming out.